Hello, freaks and geeks, you night owls and peeps out there. Now, I know you might have seen this on TikTok and whatnot. It's been a while. I haven't done a lot of stuff. I have rather unfortunate news. American journalist and film critic Gene Shalit has passed away tonight. Now, I don't think I'd be doing this show to as little fans, even though it's a small niche amount of people, without Gene Shalit, because wow, he has inspired me so much throughout my life so far, showing that being a good critic means a good performance, not just criticizing and keeping the people entertained. He'll go down with William Castle as one of the greatest people to ever comment on film. Wherever you are, Gene, hope you're still making us laugh with that infectious laugh. Anyways, there's this one series that I've been working on, but I haven't gotten around to it, and it's unfinished, but because of, Gene's unfortunate passing, I would decide to dedicate this first episode to him. And I'd just like to dedicate also Stress Cake for making this wonderful music in the background. Thank you. I couldn't have done it without you guys. So, this is my new series, The Lovely Days of Summer, wherein for the next couple days or whatever, I'm going to be talking about a coming-of-age movie that I love. And it could be well-known, but it could not be well-known. It doesn't matter. It's just ones I particularly love. I could love the most basic bitch generic thing. I'm a basic bitch. You know. You know who I am. But let's get on with it. Alright. So for episode 1, this is one that my dad introduced me to because he saw it and it's a part of a bigger trilogy. But of course I'm going to do the movie separately. It's called The Doom Generation, hailing from Los Angeles, California, with Gregg Araki. And I choose this one because when it comes to coming of age, no pun intended, it really fundamentally understands that whole point. Nay, not just the point, but the feeling of being a teenager. That frustration about wanting something bigger but feeling like you've done all that there is. Also the frustration about confusing feelings and wondering if you're going anywhere or if what you're doing is just staying put. It's energetic. It makes you feel like a teenager again. It's violent. It's darkly funny. It's grand. It's both very casually beautiful and very simplistic. But it also stabs you in the heart and makes you ache for more. Which, describing the movie, it's kind of interesting. Basically, in this post-apocalyptic U.S., it's kind of fallen apart and gone to crime, kind of like Taxi Driver. And now, it could be bad. But, this one couple, even though they got their faults, you've seen my edit of it. The Doom Generation by Gregg Araki. Yep. It's beautiful. This couple, the lady is a bit bitter. Some terrible stuff happened with her parents and she just basically grew up broken home, shit like that. As you would expect, right? And so you might be thinking, oh, look, she learned to love herself. Like, this is some, like, hipped-up, romantic sex comedy. But no. This film is both very realistic with the gritty and crime-filled parts that rip your guts out and don't stop biting. However, at the same time, it's also unrealistic. Who would have figured? I mean, a store clerk that they can't afford to pay, some random dude comes in, runs, cuts off his head, and his head is still biting the dude who cut off his head because it is not realistic, of course, but it's that epicness, that imagination, feeling like anything could happen, feeling like a teenager again, and all that. But in general, it's not just the energy. It's that feeling, that longing of wanting to do something bigger and not just wanting to do something simplistic, but also yearning for a life that was more simplistic and less stressful. Because when you're a teenager, you're doing so much new shit. It's chaotic, it's stressful. At the same time, you feel like you're not doing enough. And if fundamentally about that, it understands being a teenager, not just a teenager, but the essence of youth, more than any Smells Like Teen Spirit could ever. And not even in a way like with the Lost Boys, where it's like, oh, those are like cool teenagers. You want to be like them. They're rowdy, hip youngin' boys. No. It's not necessarily hip, but it's young. Does that make sense? It's kind of confusing the way I worded it out, I know, but hopefully it should make sense. Alright, Virginia's gonna be here for the rest of the night, but it's a great movie in both, like I said, the grandness, the style, the putrid, disturbing beauty almost to it. It's decrepit, but like, well, who wouldn't love it? But also, the dude, oh my goodness. Listen, romance movies are not necessarily my thing. I think they make the movie too much about romance. But the romance in this movie, once again, it fundamentally understands that thing about being a teenager. The wanting a love that's like more complex and the most, unrealistic beauty standard, whatever. Some like Hollywood shit, right? Because it's Hollywood. But it takes it. It makes you want something grander and makes you feel like a teenager again. But at the same time, it lights up the room with the most simplistic love ever. With him just saying that, like, listen, in this city, this couple, because it's so crime-filled, at least they're not dead yet. And something about that is weirdly, like, not romantic, of course, because sudden death is not romantic, obviously. But the way he phrases it, like, it's cool. We're alive. We're okay. And we're here, Amy. Something about that. It's like if someone just got down on one knee, got a rusty box, and started proposing to you with a rusty nail. See, this is why Ficino gets to marry anyone. Okay, that was stupid. But, I don't got the charisma like that. But it's weirdly not romantic, but like it's like weirdly sweet. You know what I'm saying, right? Like, and he's not even doing that to be like, oh, he's like, listen, I get you're stressed because we almost died, but I'm doing this to calm her down. He's not even doing it to calm her down. He's doing it to be realistic. He's like, we almost died, but at least we haven't died yet. Something about that in the grand scheme of human nature is so beautiful. And of course, what happens in the movie for the plot purpose is that their regular couple, made by this gay director, they're straight as fuck. The tagline of the movie is a heterosexual movie by Greg Araki. The only thing that sounds more gayer than that tagline is John Wander's slutty pencil stash. You film critics know what I'm talking about. But even though they are a straight couple, it's made by a gay director. The movies are very gay. It's a very gay movie. And shit. And so, sure, they're straight, but some dude stows away who's like a criminal. He's like definitely murdered people in this crime-ridden city, right? Like, there isn't any stone that he hasn't like flipped over, committed all the crimes. Jesus Christ, crikey, mate, committed all the crimes. So he gets into a very fight at the beginning of the movie, basically like sneaks into their car, and he's like, drive, and they just like basically drive, and he sticks with them for like the entire movie. It's whatever, but you get the idea, right? And so throughout it, the main couple, I mean, you know, they're a couple, but like he said, at least we're not dead yet. It's like, we're here, we're alive, and we're awesome, or we're cool, Amy, right? As James Duval says in the movie. He has a point, but it's also not just beautiful, but it's weirdly depressing, because throughout this trilogy, but more specifically this movie, The Doom Generation, they use sex. It's not just like, oh, like sex is like, I'm horny, or it's like, oh, damn, I'm depressed, I want sex. Sex would make me so happy. It's not even shit like that. It's like some stuff where they're like, it's like they're so down in the dumps about this post-apocalyptic shit, and this like it's like a teenager being stuck in like an apocalyptic world, or a teenager being stuck in not an apocalyptic world in the general sense, like ooh zombies, but more of in a sense of, oh shit, the world is crumbling around me, I can't afford shit, or whatever, some basic shit like that. They use sex as a de-stressor, and it's not healthy. You would think like, oh, it's like, wow, sex so good, but it's not a romance movie. It's fucked up. It's rated R, bitch. Okay, that's fine, but you know what I mean? It's messed up. So they're using it as a coping mechanism. That's not healthy at all, fool. At all. And so, because of that, of course, like, main couple does it a lot. But then when the dude is gone, like, shopping or whatever, he's literally, like, Xavier, the dude, the stowaway, and the girl, Amy, they're like, he starts fucking her, but it's not, like, she's, like, down for it. And so then, the dude finds out about it, but he's not mad, because he's, like, such a nice guy, and he's like, well, it's like, basically, like, yeah, he's like, this world has gone to shit, it is so stressful, I get why you would probably need to have sex more. But then he ends up having sex with a dude, which once again I said, it was directed by a gay dude. Is this surprising that this would get mentioned or happen in the movie? I don't think so. If you've followed gay cinema, this is not surprising at all. At all. But that happens, but it's not, and it's not sex in like in the general unhealthy way people think about it, about like, ooh, like, you only want me for sex, nothing more. We're sex, we're rated R, but not like in the sense of that. In the sense of sex, dope ass lyric, I'm creating bars. But sex in the sense of, damn, the world's gonna shit, sex would really calm me down right now. And it's fucked up in that movie. It's really fucked up. And then the really dude who's like the sweet guy, played by James Duval, his name is Jordan White, the same dude in my edit who was like, we're cool, we're here, and we're safe, Amy. The really sweet guy was just trying to, he's the only one who dies in the end of the movie, and they bury his body, and Amy and then Xavier like fucking drive off to who knows where to like hopefully survive this teenage wasteland post-apocalypse. And I think they're so poignant about having that dude die specifically, because it shows that yes, the sweet ones like would be become corrupt in the world, right? Like, oh, like this world has gone to shit, and then, or in the movie, it's post-apocalypse. Only the ones who are like sweet will like crumble, because you need to like fight for what's yours, and you gotta take no shit. And to be fair, that's kind of what happens. But at the same time, I think it's poignant because it shows, even if someone's being sweet about something, the unhealthiness of, oh, it's so stressful. We need like sex as like a relaxer. Like, oh, we need this world is so stressful. We need weed as a relaxer, right? If you do any shit like that, you can do what you want. But at the end of the day, is it a healthy mindset? No, it's not. And I think it just shows how teenagers often fall into these vices of like sex addiction, drug addiction, alcohol shit. It fits so perfectly. But like I said, that combined with the mix of, in this crazy world you want, teenagers often need so much stimulation that they feel like they haven't done enough, and that they want to do the biggest, most craziest thing ever, and they want to do the most epic things ever. At the same time, they get bored so easily. They feel like they've done everything there is to do. So that capturing that mindset in film, teenagers, fucking insane. Especially with you worrying about the world, even though in the grand scheme of things, you can't really change the world that much. But that's a good thing, because then you shouldn't worry about changing the world. You don't need to hold it together. But a lot of teenagers sometimes do worry about that. And to capture that is fucking beautiful. But just like The Mummy, for any, like, just like with The Mummy, or like me, or like for Chino, any of you bisexuals out there, the two main leads, ooh, baby, they are smoking. Like, they literally, it's like they went to Hollywood and it's like, can we get the most conventionally attractive people ever? Same thing with the Stowaway. Can we get the most attractively, like, can we get the most, like, the young, the hot, like, Hollywood, new, freshest Hollywood stars to the building? James Duval, like I already said. And then Rose McGowan. Holy shit. Like, they knew what they were doing. They totally knew what they were doing. But I think that couple, that straight couple, or I guess by the end of the movie they aren't straight anymore, whatever, they're fluid. But by the end of it, I think it goes to show that even the most like perfect and beauty and seemingly everything else gets consumed by like these depressing vices. And something about that is so beautiful, but also horrifically tragic. Like, Jesus, it's crazy. Well, he's not saving at least, well, I guess he's not saving the dude who died, but whatever. But that movie, it captures the needs of a teenager, the world when you're a teenager, what the world looks like when you're a teenager, the fucked up, confusing feelings when you're a teenager. That's another thing that I haven't touched on. It's again, like, something having the two leads be very hot, but then their relationship being so fucking emotionally unstable. It's fucking confusing, and it talks to teenagers who are experiencing all this new shit about like sex and shit like that, and it's fucking confusing. And I know some people who get mad stressed about that type of shit. I mean, hell, even myself, but like, people, that's a very stressful subject. It's a very interesting subject, but a very stressful one. So the fact that Greg Araki, and on, like, people are talking about Obsession having a low budget. I mean, you think that movie had a low budget? Well, you ain't ready for the Doom generation. Nowhere and Totally Fucked Up. That's the trilogy that he made. They're all coming of age movies, all related to teenagers. It's the greatest trilogy ever, inspired a lot of my films. I mean, hell. Amy, the look of Amy, the black dress, the purple fucked up makeup, the sunglasses that I got right here, that like specifically this type of sunglass, and her name, and just the boots and the fit from my 200 subscriber special, where I played that girl. She's literally named after, and it's the same fit as the girl from the Doom generation, because holy shit, that movie just inspired me so much. But even less funny than Obsession. I mean, to be fair, Obsession is a lot more of like, it's like been in a lot more movie theaters. I don't think this shit was in a movie theater. To be fair, it released like what, like 1993, 1994, I think 1993. So it was more released on like real media instead of streaming. But that's just how it was back in the day. But yep, Night Owls, I'm gonna leave you with that. Go watch The Doom Generation by Greg Araki, and guess what? This time, you don't got no excuses. You know why? Because it's free on YouTube, baby. Alright. Virginia says, peace out. Stay creepy, guys. Good night.